the streaming wars. So we're looking at Netflix and Dstv, and in this case we'll be also looking at Showmax, because Showmax is the streaming arm of Dstv, and that is multi-choice as a group. So where are we going to start from? We're going to be looking at various things. This will be in terms of the website. We'll be looking at growth in terms of what do we need to push in terms of pushing the needle, so that we can be seeing growth happening for these companies. So we know that these two companies, DSTV and Netflix, are heavily investing in terms of growing their subscriber base. So we know that the revenue model for these companies is in terms of growing their subscriber base, and after they've grown their subscriber base, they are trying to increase their average spend, that is the customer lifetime value. So once I become a customer of DSTV or Netflix, how do I increase their spending? That's in terms of subscriptions. That's also for Netflix, that will be in terms of subscription, because it's a ad-free network. For DSTV, there are various lines. So they have Showmax, which is their streaming line, and they also have DSTV, which is has it's a video on demand platform, which has various business models. In terms of one, they have advertising for revenue. They also have GoTV for revenue, and they also have DSTV, which is their main product, or which is their premium product. So just to start us off, we'll be looking at the performance of these platforms in terms of their ranking, and what are we going to see on the website. So first, kicking things off, we'll be looking at website performance. So the first thing I want us to know, let me just put this in perspective. So for growth, this is what we'll be looking at. We are trying to improve the revenue model of these companies. So once we've decided that what are we improving in terms of revenue, because growth is the main thing. So the major thing that we need to be looking at is improving the customer base, because that's where the investment is going to. So if you're looking at right now in the market in Kenya, here where we are, DSTV, not DSTV, Netflix has increased their spending in terms of advertising, and this advertising has gone towards above the line and below the line campaigns. I'm sure you've seen the advertisements on various billboards, on digital screens. They're also doing various customer acquisition programs, so in terms of paid advertising. So the thing that that will push the needle for growth, there are various things. So this is for an Amazon model, and for growth they are looking at selection. So in terms of selection, for Netflix or for DSTV, the selection that guys will be looking at is in terms of the programs that are there. What are the programs in terms of that will attract new users to the platform, and what will also increase their average spend. So this is also a subscription based gaming platform. So rather they are looking at increasing subscriptions. So how do we increase subscriptions? So subscriptions will also increase the growth to the website or to the platforms, or will increase traffic. So once they've increased traffic, we need a better customer experience. So we are looking at selection, more customers, and also lower prices, because Africa is a price sensitive market. So we are not rather looking at profit, we are looking at market share. So which one has the biggest market share in this category? Yes, so let us just So this is the wheel. So the wheel looks like this. So where the selection, we are looking at different programs. So let's say like right now, Squid Game is the hot potato of the day. So more selection in terms of is DSTV investing in more programs? Is Netflix investing in more programs? And are these programs bringing in more subscribers to the network? So selection is key for these programs and for these platforms. That is DSTV and that is also Netflix. In terms of sellers, will opt it out and will put here customers. So increasing the subscriber base of customers, that will also in turn the wheel for growth, because growth is the main thing that you're looking at. So more subscribers and with them spending more average revenue per user. We are looking at them average revenue, increasing the average spend. So let's say if I'm a free user, can I be upsold to the paid platform? We are looking at let's say the recent campaign that Netflix are having in Kenya, where they had a freemium model, where they are giving guys they're able to subscribe onto the platform, sign in for free. You're able to download a few videos that you can watch for free. And once they've acquired users, they now upsell them on their premium products, which are better content, better, longer if you want to see more episodes and such. So a freemium model is sort of just like the same strategy that Globo used when they came to Kenya and when they came to Africa. So what they did for customer acquisition at first was one, they gave out free delivery. So the free delivery was an incentive to get guys on the platform. So once guys were on the platform for after 6 months, they onboarded customers. So customer acquisition was key for them. So customer acquisition helped them turn their this wheel for growth. So customer acquisition is key. So one, we'll be also be looking at analytics. So the key analytics that we are trying to look at will be those that will help us grow our average revenue, help us understand the customer more and much better. So let us jump into the analytics, because one, remember, the analytics or the insights inform strategy. So what do we do in Africa? And for these two companies, where is growth going to happen? And we are going to look at past trends. So past trends inform future strategy. Yes. So one, let's look at the website. So this is the global rank for Netflix. We compared Netflix, DSTV, and Showmax. So this is just a global rank. This we are using SimilarWeb, and Netflix is at number 19, DSTV 1750, Showmax 9231. Remember, Netflix is in more markets across the globe compared to DSTV, which is only in Africa. So remember, Showmax is their streaming platform, where sort of just the same model as Netflix. So in terms of total visits, you can see the total visits that Netflix had. It had 7.57, almost 8 billion visitors to their platforms. And in terms of device distribution, we are seeing that desktop is more than mobile, that is globally and worldwide. So in terms of this strategy, remember, let me just zoom it up for you guys. So remember that insights inform strategy. So the first thing that we've looked at was in terms of device distribution. So we are seeing that more users are viewing Netflix on their devices, they are using more of desktop rather than mobile. So mobile is very few. So this is worldwide. But remember, for Africa is a different model because most people are watching content on mobile. So how does this also inform strategy in terms of advertising and also in terms of customer acquisition? Let's say, for example, one, the campaign that we've mentioned where Netflix is giving guys a chance to subscribe on their phones. That is, they've noticed that most Africans are using, or African users are using their phone to consume content. So they are giving guys a plan where they can download episodes to their phone free of charge. So with that, they're doing more so customer acquisition. So if it is mostly mobile, which is the main way of acquiring, or the main platform of viewership, this is also inform our advertising strategy. That is in terms of for mobile campaigns, how do we best optimize our ads? How do we also best target users to our ads? So just look at the data. 91.9% are being Netflix or on desktop, and 8.1% are being on mobile. For Dstv, 88.1% are being on desktop, 11.9% on mobile. Showmax, 87.4%, and 12.6% on mobile. So look at the engagement. You can also see the engagement and in terms of monthly visitors to their sites, and for these different platforms. So DSTV stands at 1.6 million, Showmax is at 8.853 million. Obviously Netflix is leading. So there's one thing that I wanted you guys to see, not in terms of traffic, yes, in terms of channel overview. So in terms of traffic, we are seeing that Netflix is getting more customers on direct traffic. So either through their website or either through their platform. Remember the 5 P's, the 5 P's of marketing. So we have the product, price, place, promotion, and personnel. So in terms of the marketing channels, this is where are these platforms getting their customers from. So we are seeing Netflix is leading in terms of direct. So they are getting guys directly on their website. This is on worldwide, mostly on desktop. So this is where via the website guys are mostly, that's where they're acquiring most of their customers. Organic search, this is most probably on Google and other search engines. So the top countries for Netflix is the US, and followed by these other countries. Let me just show you this is in terms of search traffic and in terms of ad monetization. You can also see where guys are spending most ads. So if you're looking at the social traffic, yes, this is the best, where we can see the best highlights. So in terms of social traffic, we can see that YouTube is the best source of traffic for DSTV. So this is where DSTV can double their efforts because YouTube is mostly working for them. Same as Netflix, which is at 66.31. DSTV is leading at 66.90%. So the top source of traffic for all these platforms is YouTube, followed by Facebook, and followed by Twitter. So if you look at it, DSTV is at 19.02%, let's just say 19% on Facebook. So Facebook is the second acquisition channel, meaning that Facebook is where they get their second source of traffic. For DSTV, same as Netflix. So we are seeing that Facebook is leading. So if I was a marketing manager, or rather the marketing manager or marketing in DSTV, I will double down my efforts on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. But majorly acquisition, I will double it on YouTube and Facebook. So my ad spend will be majorly focused on these platforms, if it is social platforms. So for display ad network, we're seeing that Netflix is leading the pack. So in terms of relevance, they are at 100%. In terms of miscellaneous ads, this is where DSTV and Showmax come in. So let's just look at another subset of demographic data that I wanted to show you guys. So this is, let me just show you. This is in terms of, we are seeing different display data. So yes, let's start from here. So for here, we searched for Showmax. This is Showmax data. So in terms of organic search traffic, so we're seeing that organic search declined by 15%, while the competitors, for them, declined by 3.2%. So we are seeing that they need to do more SEO ranking. So that is Showmax. So they need to hire somebody to do better SEO for them, so to increase their organic search on Google and these other platforms. Another thing that in terms of paid search, so for Showmax, their paid search reduced by 29%, while for their competitors it reduced by 11%. So meaning they reduced their spending in terms of on Google search and those other search platforms. So it declined by 29% vis-a-vis 11%. So this is also alarming, because you're seeing that their competitors reduced by 11%, but for Showmax reduced by 29%. So that is one way where they need to improve. So, and also their social traffic declined by 0.1%, while those of their competitors declined by 4%, which is very good. Remember when I showed you this data? Well, let me just show you guys. Remember, DSTV and Showmax was leading on YouTube and Facebook, which was something which is very good. So if you look at this data here, we are seeing that their social traffic reduced only by 0.1%, which meaning they are doing very well on social and in terms of social traffic that is coming there, in terms of directing traffic to their site. So in terms of marketing mix, so for direct traffic, we are seeing Netflix leading, followed by DSTV and Showmax. For organic search, we are seeing that DSTV Africa is leading, and followed by, yes, DSTV, and Netflix is on the lower side. So in terms of yes, search, you're seeing that DSTV is leading, but on direct traffic, Netflix is leading. So it means more guys are going to the Netflix site directly. So on organic, DSTV need to improve on direct traffic, and Netflix need to improve on organic search. Another thing that we also looked at was in terms of traffic. So we went to Uber Suggest and we tried to see where are these sites getting their traffic from. So we searched for dstvafrica.com and we went and saw their traffic. So we are looking, their best source of traffic is in South Africa. So South Africa is the leading source of traffic for DSTV, which is at 657,000. This is the monthly organic traffic to the website, followed by Nigeria and followed by Kenya. Kenya is at 79,778. Nigeria is second, and South Africa is at number 1. So Kenya is DSTV's third source of market. So how does this also inform strategy? Strategy in terms of where do we need also to increase, let's say, organic search. So we look at the competitor, which is Netflix. So I came to netflix.com. Their organic monthly traffic is at 269 million. Just look at for Dstv, it was at 957,000. Remember, this is only in Africa. For Netflix, they are globally. But if you look at, let's say, per country, for Kenya, the traffic for Netflix is at 322,179. Just come and look at the traffic for Dstv in Kenya is at 79,778, meaning that they need to do better organic search. So SEO, SEO, SEO. So they need to improve their SEO in these countries. Remember, Netflix came second because Dstv was the original. They were the market leader at first before Netflix came. So in terms of improvement, we are seeing that Dstv need to improve in their organic search in SEO. So let's just look at Nigeria with you guys. This is in real time. Nigeria, my Oga people. So Nigeria, the number is at let me see, let me just verify. Let me just verify for you guys quickly. So we are seeing Nigeria is at 335,310. So this is the traffic to Netflix. If you see in where is this? In Nigeria, the traffic to the Dstv site is at 102,000. So yes, it tells you that still they need also to improve in Nigeria in terms of their SEO or organic traffic. Let's look at South Africa. South Africa, my South African people. South Africa. Guys in Josie. In case you guys, are you guys from Josie? The guys who are watching. South Africa. Let me send a shout out. You can also hit me up. My contact is over there. My guys in Josie, we can talk when I visit Josie. Love to visit you. So in Josie, we are looking at 2 million visitors to the Netflix website. 2 million. And the home of Dstv South Africa. And Dstv can only acquire 657,000. So this is the same country that let me just enlarge this data for you guys. I hope you're seeing this. In South Africa, they are only managing 657,000. Compare that to the traffic that they are getting in for Netflix. So let me just show you for Netflix. For Netflix, it's coming to 2 million. Are you seeing that? 2 million in South Africa. This is the traffic for Netflix. This is the traffic for Dstv. Remember, Dstv, South Africa is the home of Dstv because that is where Dstv started. So why are we seeing that Dstv as already we're already seeing that Dstv is already on the back foot in terms of customer acquisition and in terms of traffic. So remember this flywheel that I showed you. Traffic here. Traffic is the one that will improve growth. Growth is where these companies are looking at. In terms of growth is where you're also improving your ROI, you're also improving your revenues, because revenue is what you're looking at. You're also looking at profitability. So growth is most important. So what affects growth is also traffic. So traffic to the website, traffic to the app. So those are the key platforms for customer acquisition. Remember, DSTV also have another product, but this which is their decoders. But remember, traffic is most the traffic that you're seeing is for website and for the app. So where can these platforms best optimize and increase their traffic? So going back to the analytics that I was showing you guys, I wanted to give you the numbers. So this is as of 2021. We are seeing that Netflix, number of subscribers of Netflix compared to MultiChoice Showmax. This is by Statista. So Netflix had 2.6 million. This is the number of subscribers, 2.6 million. And MultiChoice had 800 and let me just see better. Yes, Netflix had 2.6 million out of a population, Africa's population, which is 8.2 billion, and MultiChoice is at 861,000. Yes, so this is in Africa, the number of subscribers. So Netflix has higher subscribers compared to MultiChoice. So before I take you to analysis of the different markets, I wanted to also show you different data. There's this data that I wanted to show you, my people, where you at. Yes, so this is from LinkedIn. This is the MultiChoice profile. So this was posted 4 days ago. So they were saying that we don't just entertain, we connect over 20 million households in 50 countries across the continent. That is MultiChoice Group. So remember, MultiChoice Group is the umbrella company of DSTV Showmax. Yes, so they are saying that they connected over 20 million households across the countries, across Africa, across 50 countries in Africa. So let's just look at Netflix. Netflix, this is recent data that came this week. Netflix says 142 million households watched Squid Game. So that is globally. So remember, let me just take you back to the flywheel. Remember, selection is what you looked at. Selection is what brings variety. So when customers come to the Netflix platform or DSTV, they are looking for selection. Is it kids in terms of action movies? Is it in terms of drama, soaps, you name it? So selection. That is what acquires more customers. So from if you're looking at Netflix, saying that their recent programming that was for Squid Game, their new program it helped them acquire 142 million. Not it helped them acquire, but rather 142 million people or households watch Squid Game. And remember, we are comparing this to MultiChoice, which said 20 million households. So 120 million vis-a-vis 142 million. And this is just for one program. So remember, Netflix a whole array. This is not the total households that it has. So, but why are we looking at Squid Game? It says that the program, it welcomed 4.38 million subscribers in the third quarter, mostly from Asia and Europe, and it expects to get 8.5 million more customers in the final quarter of 2021. So more customers, better programming helps in customer acquisition, better programming. So that is the selection part of it. So for growth to happen, these companies need to invest in better programming, better content that will bring in more people onto the platform. So where DSTV should invest in, should be heavily in terms of content. So we know that Netflix is key in terms of let's say other programming, let's say like their series, or rather their original programming. So they have in terms of creating content, they have heavily invested in production in terms of programs that are on the platform. So where does DSTV find their niche? So DSTV, if I was DSTV, I'll be looking at also increasing their core competency, which is in sports. Why am I saying sports? Because sports is the majority programming that attracts people to DSTV. Uh, Let me not just talk about it. Let me show you, because the proof is in the pudding. So let me just show you guys. So let's go to Google Trends. Google Trends. Let's go to Google Trends. Let me just show you in terms of traffic. In terms of traffic to in Africa, because we remember we are just looking at Africa. So let's start with a country like Kenya. So let's look at the hot trends of the day. Trending searches. What are guys most looking at? Villarreal, QPR, Chelsea versus Norwich, Brighton versus Man City, Man United. So just look at the trending searches. So it's mostly football. Paul Walker, Birmingham versus Swansea, Osasuna, Stuttgart. So Chelsea, QPR, Villarreal. So let's go to Nigeria. Let's take it to my Nigerian people, to Fufulan. Yes. Chelsea, Brighton, Bayern, Everton, Crystal Palace, Celtic. So football is in the top 10. So let's go to South Africa. OPQRS, South Africa. Let's go to South Africa. All Blacks versus USA, that is the top trending. Chelsea versus Norwich. South Africa versus Australia, Britain. So football, and rugby. Yes. So if I'm DSTV, how do I get this competitive advantage? So if I'm DSTV, I'm on the multi-choice group. How can I better program football and other sports into Showmax or the DSTV app, so that I can acquire more customers? Remember that DSTV is only approaching sports in terms of one approach, in terms of subscribers only subscribing for the GoTV decoder in order for you to access sports. But can they think long term, or in terms of customer acquisition? So if I'm multi-choice, can I put sports in terms of in the DSTV app and in the Showmax app, and price this the sports product in my platforms in order for me to gain a competitive advantage? Remember, Netflix has these kinds of shows that you're seeing. So Netflix has heavily invested in drama, action, and all kinds of content. So the cherry is in the pudding that you can see in terms of the trending searches, as I've shown you. So these trending searches, football across the continent, we are seeing that football is the major thing that customers are searching for in all these various markets. So pricing. So let's say like a consumer like me, I'm a rugby guy. I'm mostly interested in rugby. So if I was able to, DSTV was able to package for me their, let's say their premium products, let's say Super Sport 1, in the DSTV app or in the Showmax app. So give me that subscription service. So can you, let's say if it is 800 a month, or whatever pricing, 500 a month, just whatever, as long as it is in the app. I'll be comfortable, me as Sydney, I'll be comfortable in terms of paying that and being an active user. But once, remember, in my home, I don't subscribe to DSTV, but I do subscribe to other streaming content, others, SVOD, other guys offering streaming, other streaming platforms. So why don't you give me a chance for me to subscribe for DSTV and these other products for Showmax in the DSTV app or in the Showmax app? Why don't you give, why don't you package that? Why don't you package sports in this app to help you in customer acquisition? Remember, we are looking at growth. Growth is the major thing. So remember, let me just show you why are we looking at growth. So these are the numbers that you are looking at. Remember, Netflix is at 2.6 million and DSTV is at 861,000. That is number of subscribers in millions. Number of subscribers of Netflix and multi-choice Showmax. So this is Netflix vis-a-vis Showmax. So if Showmax, the competitive advantage, it has to be sports. You guys have to put sports, in my opinion. If I was Showmax, I'll think of putting Showmax as a product inside the sports inside the Showmax app. Anyway, that as a side note. So let's go to analytics. So this is the app Annie, and we are looking at the top apps in Kenya. So in terms of entertainment, so number one is Netflix. This is on Android. So let's just come here. Netflix. Where is Netflix? Netflix is at number one, followed by Live Football Score, followed by Biscuit. So where is DSTV? Where is DSTV in this pie? We are seeing Showmax is at number 7. So let's look at Android, not Android, iOS. In terms of entertainment, where are these guys leading? So yes, let's just wait as it loads. We can be looking at yes, on the iOS app, Netflix is at number 2, and in terms of top grossing apps, Netflix is also at number 2. So let's look for Showmax or DSTV. Showmax is not appearing anywhere on this radar. This is, remember, we are looking at the iOS app, the iOS platform. So I'm not seeing Showmax. Are you guys seeing Showmax? Let me just see. Are you guys seeing Showmax? Yes, Showmax is at number 8, but in terms of grossing, it is not appearing among the top 100. But in terms of the top apps, it is appearing at number 8 in the Showmax, followed by My DSTV at number 9. So growth for the app. So remember, we had looked at the website. This is now the app. So we're looking at the app in terms of performance on Play Store and App Store. So the Netflix app was in number 2 on iOS and number 1 on Android. Showmax was number 7 on Android, and it is number 8 on iOS. And My DSTV app comes at number 9 behind Showmax. So Netflix is on the lead in terms of customer acquisition via mobile. So let's look at engagement. So the engagement over time. So this is remember, this is data we are looking for the past year. This is for 2020. But remember, this data can also help us inform in terms of strategy. What are the past trends and what can we learn from these past trends? So in terms of unique installs, we are seeing that Netflix has had a higher. So there's a change in terms of unique installs. Showmax reduced by 14.39% compared to Netflix, which reduced by 5.78%. But the My Dstv app increased by 70.3%, which is very good. So in terms of unique installs, Dstv is doing better because it increased. Showmax it increased by 3.28%. Pardon that. So in terms of change, yeah, change. There was a change, yes. For Showmax and Netflix, it reduced. Let me just put this into perspective for you guys so that you can have a better look. I hope you guys are seeing that. This is in terms of unique installs. Let's look at the daily active users. Remember, this is the data for the same period last year. This is not for this year, this is for 2020, but in Kenya. So for daily active users, we are seeing that Netflix grew by 3.19%. My Dstv app, it improved by 5.79%. Monthly active users, yes, for Showmax and Netflix increased, for Dstv reduced. Let's look at Nigeria. I tell you today, my Nigerian people, we are coming over for fufu. We are coming over. Oh. So Nigeria, unfortunately, we don't have data for Nigeria. Let's look at South Africa. If you can see South Africa, my South African people. South Africa. Yes. So the install penetration for Showmax is at 19.06%. For Netflix is higher at 33.44%. So yes, so you're looking at the difference. This is in South Africa, the home of multi-choice. So Showmax need to improve. Dstv comes at number 2, slightly behind Netflix. And monthly active users, we are looking at 4.456 million in South Africa. That is as of last year. Daily active users is at 1.39 million. Hey, very good. Daily active users for Showmax is at 122,000 compared to Dstv at 516,000. Yes, traffic. So, Dstv need to up your game in terms of daily active users, monthly active users, and in terms of install penetration. In terms of downloads as of last year, it had 935,000 in South Africa. Netflix had 1.21 million. So selection. Yes, so you can see the changes there. Daily active users, monthly active users. Yes, in terms of yes, so this is data that you're seeing. So they're saying that just give you just a brief perspective. Netflix added 4.4 million net subscribers, boosting its total 213.6 million, well above its own forecast for the year, and it expects to add another 8.5 million net new subscribers in the December quarter, in line with the fourth quarter performance over the past 3 years. So they added more customers. Remember, subscription. So for Netflix, their business model is they gain more profit by signing and keeping subscribers. So that is in terms of increasing subscriber base and increase the average spend. Remember, increasing where we are going to increase, where sellers are is where we are going to omit this and put in subscribers. So the traffic, or rather traffic, is what helps turn the wheel of growth. So we need more subscribers and we need more selection. More selection means more programming, more better programming that will attract people to the content, to the platform. So that's why I was saying that DSTV and Showmax need to add more sports content, in terms of even content that people can only subscribe for. So let me give you an example. So if somebody is mainly interested in Formula One, can DSTV or Showmax create a package specifically for Formula One? Can they also create content, rather, that is create like a series that is around, let's say, like Formula One, the way that the life of, let's say, Lewis Hamilton. So do you know that they have fans who will be attracted to such kind of a content, and they can be able to binge in it in terms of as an entertainment option, compare just like we had Squid Game. So there are various programming that they can do that is more also in terms of tactics, that is on a granular level. Yes. So another thing that I needed to show you was that yes, in terms of strategy, let me just show you in terms of strategy. Google Trends. Yes, this is the last one as I finish up. So we did a comparison. This is actively. So in the past 12 months in Kenya, we are seeing that Netflix had the highest search ranking. And where people are mostly searching for DSTV, no, for Netflix, apparently. Look at this towns. Juja apparently is leading at 74%. People in Juja are mostly searching for Netflix. Who would have thought? And remember, Netflix are spending more of their money in Nairobi, because I believe if you've seen most of their billboard campaigns, they're spending it in terms of acquiring users in Nairobi. So this data is also can also give you a different perspective in terms of ad spend. Where do you also need to spend your ads in? So in terms of targeting, let's say if I'm doing above the line campaigns, Google Ads directed towards various cities like Juja, Thika, Ruiru, Athi River, Mombasa even. So Mombasa is a city where Netflix need to also target. They also need to target Eldoret. There's a market. Guys in Eldoret are searching for Netflix. In Kisumu, Nairobi. Nairobi is coming number 7, number 6. So let's look at real-time data. Let's look at in the past 7 days. Or in the past week. What were Kenyans searching for? So we are looking at Netflix is leading still. Showmax is below, followed by DSTV. So we are guys mostly searching for in Kitale. Guys are searching for DSTV. DSTV is leading in Kitale. Netflix is at 42%. Who would have thought? Guys in Kitale are searching for Netflix. And this is where Netflix is not traditionally advertising in Kitale. Yes. Guys in Kapkoimet are searching for Netflix. You guy, my guy. Kapkoimet, who would have thought? Guys in Banana Hill. Yes. Guys in Kikuyu. Yes. Just look at that data. So guys are searching for Netflix at headquarters, DJ Afro, Netflix. So they remember the DJ Afro, the DJ Afro skit. So guys are also searching for it. Showmax, where guys searching for Showmax? Let me show you. This is in Ruaka town, in Kiambu, in Nairobi also in Nakuru, in Eldoret, in Kisumu, and Mombasa. So guys of DSTV, this is where you guys should also double down on your advertising, where there is interest. So where there is interest, it gives you where there is demand. Where guys are searching for DSTV is very wide across the country till Lodwar. Lodwa, guys of Marsabit. Where is this? Where is this guy searching for DSTV? Isiolo. Yes, so these guys they have a wide market, but we're seeing that Netflix is leading in terms of search traffic. This is on web. Let's search on YouTube. Let's search on YouTube. YouTube. What are guys searching for? Are guys searching for? Are searching mostly for Netflix on YouTube. And where? In Ngenda, in Joro, in Kitale, in Narok, in Kapsabet. Hey. This is the past 7 days. Just imagine in Ngenda. Where is Genda? You guys will know Genda. Yes. Showmax. Where guys in YouTube, guys are searching for Showmax in Eldoret. So Eldoret is a market. Kikuyu, Nairobi, Pinelands, Athi River. So Eldoret. So yes. So the strategy here will be to do above the line campaigns. So if I was DSTV, I'll do, let's say, like billboard ads for Showmax. I'd also do, let's say, digital screen advertising in Eldoret, because there's demand there. And also, yeah, for DSTV, same as DSTV in Kilifi, in Marsabit, in Interest. So let me just go back to the other strategy for web search. So where does Netflix need also to improve? So in these other cities where they are being searched for, this in the past 7 days. So Nyeri, Naivasha. So in these other major cities, so target cities like Eldoret, Kisumu, where you can't reach, they do geo-targeting, geo ads in this where there's demand for their product. Yes. So let's go to my people in Nigeria, in South Africa. So this is the data for South Africa. DSTV is leading, finally, in terms of search, web search. This is in the past 12 months. So in Western Cape, in Eastern Cape. So in terms of percentage, Netflix is at number 2 in Western Cape compared to DSTV at 48%. Eastern Cape, DSTV is at 59%. Yes, and Northern Cape. So yes, Netflix is mostly leading in Western Cape. And what are people searching for about Netflix? Netflix series 2021, Netflix movies, Netflix series, new movies 2021, low paid Netflix, Showmax, yes. Yeah. So let's look at in the past 7 days. In the past 7 days, what were they looking at? What are you subscribers looking at? This is in South Africa. In South Africa. Is that how they say? Is that the accent? So, same, DSTV is still leading compared to Western Cape. In the Western Cape is where there's a tie. Netflix at 47%, DSTV 47%, Showmax at 6%. So there's a tie in the Western Cape. So the interest for Netflix and the rest. Let's go to Nigeria. So in Nigeria, we are seeing that they're going head to head. DSTV is at 64, average Netflix is at 63. So DSTV is slightly leading in Nigeria in terms of search traffic. And where there's interest for DSTV is all these states. Where there's yellow is DSTV. So in Edo State and these other ones, guys of Nigeria, where is Bono? Kwara, Republic of Niger, Ekiti, Edo State. I have a friend in Edo State. We met, I remember, some time back in Mombasa during one of our trainings. Yes. So yes, Netflix movies. So Netflix has also a higher demand in these cities, as you can see. But in terms of demand, you can see that in terms of share, Netflix is at 59% compared to DSTV at 39%. This is in Edo. And Netflix is also leading in Bono, in Kwara, and then in Republic of Niger, and then in Ekiti. So all these sub-regions. But as you can see, majority of the market share is held by DSTV. So Netflix, they need to also increase their ad spend in Nigeria, better organic search, also know their demographic, who is DSTV targeting, who is the customer for DSTV, what products do they like, how do they upsell these kinds of customers. Lastly, we looked at Morocco. So funny enough, in Morocco, Netflix is the only search. So I looked at the northern part of Africa, we looked at the western part, we looked at the eastern part, southern part. Netflix is still leading. Yes. So remember, guys, I've showed you first what are we looking at. We looked at growth as an overall strategy. All these platforms are looking at growing their numbers and growing their revenue, growing their profits. So profits is also determined by what? Is also determined by the subscribers. So we need more subscribers. But what attracts more subscribers? What increase the average spend? We're also looking at increasing the average spend of these customers once they are in our platform. So that is increasing the customer lifetime value and the average spend, average revenue per customer. So how do we increase the average revenue per customer? How do we increase the numbers of subscribers? This is also determined by the programming, the selection. Remember, I showed you this wheel. Let me just show you. This is the wheel that turns growth. Remember, this is for Amazon and or for e-commerce platform. So where there is selection is where there is programming. So the programming helps improve or turn the wheel of growth. Lower cost structure. So lower cost structure, once you brought people onto the platform in Africa, how do you also price your product well? Remember, Netflix had have a low pricing model which they introduced, and I'll just search that for you guys. Let's just search for you guys in real time so that I show you that strategy. Netflix, that is a tactic. Reduces price in Kenya. Price in Kenya. Yes, so Netflix is trying to hook Kenyans with a free mobile plan. So let's click on this. So we are looking at the pricing, the prices that they have in Kenya. So let's look at Tech Guy. So as it loads, pricing as a model. So remember, lower prices helps bring in more customers. More selection brings in more customers. So customer acquisition is key in driving growth and in driving traffic to the platform. So selection drives traffic. So selection is programming. So let's go to the has launched a free plan for Android mobile phone users in Kenya with the aim of getting more subscribers in the Eastern market. Remember the global, just like the global strategy, which they introduced in terms of using, or in terms of customer acquisition, where they offered free deliveries to customers in Kenya. I believe they also replicated that strategy across Africa. So in terms of customer acquisition, the freemium model was for onboarding customers or other customer acquisition. Once they've gotten customers onto the platform, now they upsell them on their pricing or their different packages that they have. So they're trying to gain a wider audience. population, Africa's population 1.2 billion. So the packages, so they have 300 shillings, 700 shillings, 1,100, and premium 1,450. So compared to DSTV, they are much cheaper. So DSTV, the cheapest option I think is GoTV. I'm not aware of the pricing. Let's just see at the GoTV or Showmax. Showmax is also Showmax prices. Let's in Kenya. Let's look at Showmax. 14-day free trial. That's for the premium model to watch. So they start at 750 shillings. Compare this to Netflix, which their basic plan is at 700 shillings. Yeah, so if you look at there's this I remember there's this talk I was listening to. So it was by this guy called Busi. So he was saying that Africa is not a profit to play market. It is a market share. It's a market share market. Is that the no? Rather, it is a game of market share. It is not a game of profit. So, like the Chinese, they are looking at bringing in their products. So they've priced their products at different low revenue models. So even in terms of Unilever, if you look at Unilever and their products, which is, let's say, Omo, so they've priced Omo in different packages. So they have the packages which is for the low income market. So these guys buy in low frequencies but at higher volumes. So same thing that these guys are also looking at Netflix. They are looking at a market share play. So they understand that Africans, they love, or rather it is a game of not rather profit but a game of rather margins or rather market shares. How do they capture more market share? So they offer more or lower prices so they can have people, even if they're not buying their premium product, they've segmented their markets into different segments, and they're able to onboard the lower income earner, and this guy will be making frequent purchases at higher volumes rather than leaving out that segment of the customer. So remember, we talked about improving. One, you need to improve the selection in terms of the programs. So how does DSTV improve their selection? How does they also in terms of also improving their programming? So the selection, how do they also acquire more customers? How do they also increase traffic for their products? Yes. So I'd want to give you more perspectives, but that has been my time of the day. For consultancy and for further strategy, you know where to hit me up. There's a button right over here. Yes, so you can reach me here on my number. Those are my office line, so reach out, or you can hit me up at info@sosnetworks.co.ke. We'll come up with a better, how do you best increase your strategy, how do you best increase your growth, revenue, profit, and such. Yes, so my name has been Sydney. If you want to reach me, I've laid out my contact. For guys who just want to hit me up and just talk, I'm on Instagram at Sydney Sino. Facebook, you can find me at Kenya Rugby Players Association. I'm a rugby guy, so yes, if you're into rugby, you can hit me up there. We can also talk on other matters aside from rugby. Yes, so Hope you guys gained a lot, gained more insights. Remember, how do you, in case you want to do more in terms of growth and improving your company revenue, yes, hit me up. So yes, thank you guys for your time, and see you on the next one.